While I was on tour with Miss Saigon, I was on the road for about 18 months, and when I got this idea to open up my coffee shop, I decided to utilize my traveling to kind of enable myself to travel to different coffee shops and interview different coffee shop owners around the United States. I don't even remember the number of cities, but I went to 17 different coffee shops over the course of about 6 months. So about every week I was going to one or two different coffee shops. Why I did this was not only did I only have a barista background, but I wanted to see what owners around the United States were doing with their coffee shops. I wanted to ask them important questions. I wanted to get to know people in the coffee community. So I would go around and ask them a few fundamental questions, and we would have about an hour or two of conversation. I'd get to look around their shop. A lot of them were so gracious, gave me so many amazing, I called them gold nuggets, and I would put them in my journal here, coffee notes. I mean, it's full of all these amazing golden nuggets that they gave me. And so I wanted to go over the top 3 golden nuggets that I found extremely helpful in interviewing coffee shop owners around the United States. One of the first amazing tidbits that I got was hire someone smarter than you. Okay, I struggle with math, okay? I don't know numbers, couldn't tell you, I need my calculator on my phone, can't do anything with math. And so I would go into a lot of these interviews asking, how do you cope with your finances? Who does your finances? And a lot of them would say, they either did it themselves if they felt comfortable with it, or they would hire a bookkeeper or hire an accountant. And don't feel intimidated by telling the person that you're hiring, like, hey, I'm not very good at this. You obviously are in accounting and you're obviously in bookkeeping because that's what you do for a living and you are passionate and you enjoy those things like numbers. One of the amazing things was hire someone smarter than you, and don't be afraid of doing that. The second one was be simple. One of the questions I would come in and ask a lot of the owners was, what was something that you could do over if you had the chance, or something that you wish you knew, now that you've owned this coffee shop for a while? And a lot of people said that they overcomplicated things way too soon. They wish that they had a simpler menu and just kind of a simpler atmosphere, and just to go with the core of your business. And then the third thing that I learned was, it's just coffee. It's just coffee. And I loved hearing that. And that was from my friend Mike in Seattle, and he is the owner of Ghost Alley Espresso. Definitely check them out. And they are, if you've ever been to Seattle, there's a gum wall there, and his little shop is right on the corner of the gum wall. And he's so cool. We actually interviewed on Halloween, and he showed up to the interview dressed as a nun, and he was super sick. And I remember Mike telling me, Jackie, it's just coffee. And I don't know why that settled with me so well, and I was just like, you're right, Mike. You're right. It's just coffee. Why am I tripping? Like, I should be, enjoying all the experiences around me because it's just coffee. And so I do want to shout out all of the coffee shop owners that I got to interview and sat down with, from just them introducing me to their roasting techniques, to their shops. And yeah, I feel really grateful to have had that research and that time to be able to travel from city to city to go into different ones and be like, okay, well, you're on the West Coast, like Tempe, Arizona. What iced coffees are you serving here? What flavors do these cultures like more than somewhere on the East Coast? It was a really dope experience, if you ask me. And I'm really proud of that part of research that I got to do. And so those were the 3 things that I learned that I hope to implement into Cafe Cafe.
Why am I so afraid just to say a hello? Hey. Or to pick up the phone just to say what is up.